What's up, everyone? It's XNYC Prepper here, and I hope that you're all having a beautiful day today. It happens to be January the 30th, and it's almost New Year's Eve. Actually, it's like 11:30 in the evening, so in about a half hour, it becomes New Year's Eve. And I wish you all a very joyous. I want you to be happy. Don't be depressed. Don't be worried. Life is too short for you to spend your time angry, depressed. You want joy. So I wish you a joyous year, new year. I wish you a prosperous new year. I hope you guys make a lot of money this year. I pray to God that He gives us peace on earth. That way none of our plans get spoiled and we can accomplish our dreams, whatever it is that we're looking forward to doing. And I hope that you guys make a lot of money this year. If you're stuck in a job that you hate and you're not making money, then maybe it's time to move on and try something different. It's very important not to stay stuck in the same hole. Right? Sometimes you got to dig yourself out of that hole and change. Sometimes God takes away from you to give you something else in return. In my case, I had a lot of money. I owned a beautiful, fancy, schmancy apartment in New York City. I had two brand new vehicles, a new boat, a couple of boats I had. And then all of a sudden I had an accident. This could happen to anybody at any given time. You can have an accident and your life will change totally. But don't let that get you down. One thing about me is I never let it get me down. Even when the doctor said to me, or he said to my ex, that I would never walk again, I wasn't like a lot of people would have gotten so depressed and mad and want to give up life. Me back then, when I fell 7 stories, I was strong, like a bull. I was exercising. I was playing basketball every single day, riding my bike, practicing my martial arts skills. I was making a lot of money. I was in charge of my job. And then all of a sudden that happened. So you can't let things like that destroy your mind. Because look at me now. I have recovered from that accident, from a 7-story fall. Yeah, I lost my apartment in the city. But guess what? God put me up here in the countryside. I'm not too far from the city. I'm only a couple hours away. But He put me up here for a purpose, for a reason. Because He needs me. He doesn't want me to get destroyed down there in the city. Because He knows that He needs me to protect other people and to help others. And talking about protecting and helping others, I want to talk about grudges. Let's start this new year without any grudges against your family or friends or whomever you might consider your current enemy. You know, especially if it's a family member. A lot of people, a lot of us, you know, we get angry, we get pissed off at a family member, and then we never want to talk to them again. Brothers against brothers, sisters against brothers. Don't do that. Because when your brother or your sister dies, you're going to regret it. Nobody is perfect. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. Okay? There was only one perfect one. That was Jesus Christ. Nobody else. Don't hold a grudge. Don't be so angry. Look what anger does. Sometimes you think that the person, I mean, look, people commit errors in life. That error could become a crime. People can commit a crime unwantedly. You know, you can go out, have a couple of drinks on New Year's. You're driving home, you're a little drunk, and all of a sudden you lose control. You hit another car. People die. You go to jail for manslaughter. You didn't have any plans for that to happen. You've always been a good person, you know, but now you're in jail. Okay? Now you're in jail. What happens in jail? There's a lot of anger in jail. Look what happened recently up here in New York. The guy was cuffed behind his back, and the cops killed him, beat him up on top of a table. Yeah, he was a criminal, but it's not for them to judge that criminal. They're not the judge, they're not the jury. Only the man above is. So we need to learn to forgive and forget. If you're holding a grudge against a family member, against a former employer, you hate the person, every time you see him, you think about him, you get these negative thoughts inside, you get angry. You got to let that go. Because, first of all, it's up to you. Your mindset it's up to you. You want to be angry? You can make yourself angry. You want to be happy? You can make yourself happy. Myself, like this, boom, I just switch it off. Like a switch. I've already set my mind to doing these things. Okay, I hope I'm not getting confusing here. I think you guys understand what I'm saying. Sometimes I have friends, they argue among each other, and I'm in the middle. They're both my friends. You know, I love this guy. I love this guy. These are my boys. You know, they want to fight with each other. So I feel like I don't need to pick sides. Why should I pick sides? They're both my friends. My job is to separate them and say, yo, grab one here, grab the other. Say, ain't no fighting here today, all right? No fighting, you, all right? Kiss up, make up, whatever. Don't hold a grudge. Be a man about it and forget about it. And that's how we all have to do with our neighbors. How many people have neighborly quarrels? They end up killing their neighbor for stupid stuff. You guys need to learn to control your tempers. It's so easy to have a gun and you're a young person out there and you think you're crazy. You think you want to scare people. You pull a gun out, you end up shooting that person. Now you're in prison for the rest of your life. And you only pass through this earth once. It's a shame to be in prison. These guys, some of these guys, most of their lives are in prison. They don't recuperate. They don't get any better. They get worse in prison. Some do learn the lessons, but a lot of them don't. Tomorrow is New Year's, guys. You guys don't want to go to jail. Don't drink and drive. Make sure you don't freaking get drunk and have an accident, because you're going to pay the price. All right, I'm not your daddy. I'm nobody's daddy here. I hope you guys don't get mad at me for saying this. But some of you guys do this on the regular. I've had friends of mine do that. They'll go stop at a store, get a beer. They're driving and the beer's right next to them with open container of beer. Come on. You got to have more sense than that. And all right, so as far as myself and this channel, today I made 3 music videos. I did 2 Ozzy videos. I know a lot of you guys love Ozzy, such as I do. And I did that other, what was it, Corey Hart. Remember that song? I wear my sunglasses at night. Yeah, so I made that video also. And it's on my new channel, which is called XNYC OG, without the prepper. So I was hoping that you guys could please subscribe to my channel. Go on the channel XNYC OG and subscribe. I only have 21 subscribers now. And on this channel here, I have close to 8,000. So I'm hoping some of you guys could please help me out and promote my other channel and enjoy the videos if you like. If you have any requests, everybody loves music. Come on, you know. Yeah, I lip sync most of these songs. I have sung some in my own voice. I do some karaoke, but most of the time I'm performing. I'm acting. I'm not just mimicking the words. I'm acting with my eyes, with my emotions, with my facial expressions. And that takes a lot of practice. It's not easy. So I'm practicing for something that I'm writing and I'm going to be doing soon. It's going to be a little movie script. So I'm practicing my acting, and all of that's going to be on that channel there. And then very soon I'm going to start the 3rd channel, which is my self-defense channel. It's free, totally free. It's like my gift to everybody. I want people to learn how to defend themselves. You know, I was born and raised in New York City. I've lived in Brooklyn, Bronx, to Queens, Manhattan, Staten Island. Okay? And I've lived through the 80s. The 80s, it was a little dangerous in New York. Now it's dangerous too, again. Every single day, people are getting stabbed. Every day, they're getting shot in New York City. Today, 6 people got shot. Yesterday, a lady got stabbed. Remember that lady got burnt alive on the subway? The guy lit her on fire. Coney Island. Q train. That's the subway that my ex-wife and my kids take on a daily basis. And I'm up here and they're down there, and I can't protect them. I try to convince them. I'm trying to convince her and my son and my they're all adults to move out of the city. But they have an apartment there, they have a job there, they have their lives established. They're not listening to me. I'm trying to warn them how dangerous it is. Never mind that New York City is a nuclear target. And a lot of you guys don't believe that we're going to get nuked. Whatever. But let me tell you something. If your neighbor, who's a little cuckoo, he's threatening you, he's threatening your family, he says, I'm going to come back for your family. Are you going to take that lightly? Are you going to say, no, he's bluffing, he ain't coming? That's bullshit. Vladimir Putin is bullshitting. He's not going to send any missiles or bombs into the United States because he knows that we'll send them back and it's going to be mutual destruction of the earth. Well, that's bullshit too. He doesn't need to send anything because it's already here. All right, guys? It's already here. Think about it. He could be... The bluff is this. He's showing these big, oh, the Satan missile. Like, we can do this, we can do that. And our minds are thinking, oh, the missile's going to fly across the world and land here somewhere in the United States. It's already here. You got sleeper cells. That border was open. Everything's bought in here already. Don't you think about it? Wouldn't you do the same? So I try to warn my kids about that, and they don't listen to me. So the only way I'm going to entice my kids to get out of Brooklyn is for me to get back on my feet and make a lot of money. I need to open up these businesses. I need these inventions that I have in my head. I need to make them, to create them. I need that prototype. I need all my creativity to work. And I'm working on that. My daughter, who is 31 years old, she's very, very beautiful. She's single. And so I spoke to her about that. She's a real estate agent. She was making a lot of money in New York City doing real estate, but now she's not doing well at all. So I let her know I want to open up a business up here, and if I make this business successful, will she move up here with me? And she said she would. So I'm really happy. Just that, the fact that my daughter would come and live up here with me, if I do that, it's all the motivation in the world that I need. I'll do anything to become successful for her. Her name is Amanda. And for my son, Nicholas. I also have another daughter, guys. I have 2 daughters. My eldest daughter, I haven't seen her in years. I don't really want to talk about why that happened. I could tell you it wasn't my fault. I believe I've always been a very good father to all of my kids. I'm a very emotional, I'm a very loving father. It's like I'm the kind of guy I'm always going to hug and kiss my kids. I smother them with love. I let them know every time. I call them every day just to let them know how much that nobody loves them more than me. Nobody. I can't imagine, even their mother. I can't imagine that they love them more than I do. That's how I am. But sometimes it doesn't work out with all your kids. You know, I have grandkids that I don't know. I happen to have, let's see here. I believe that my daughter, her name is Dana. I know she's never going to watch my channels anyway, so it doesn't matter. But, you know, I named all my kids. Amanda, Dana, and Nicholas. But I believe she has 4 kids. So I have 4 grandkids who I don't know. My grandson should be about a teenager now. I don't know, 17. He's probably a big kid. And if his name is Giovanni, if you ever see this video, you should know that even though I've only seen you, I think twice, when you were a baby or a kid, I love you. I'm your granddad. And it wasn't my fault. It's not my fault. Somehow I'm going to find a way to see my grandkids. You know, people are telling me that I can actually go to court and make this happen. You know, I really don't want to do that. I want them to come look for me. They say, hey, you know what? I have a grandfather out there, and I want to know why. I've never met him. If he lives right in New York. They live in Connecticut. I'm going to get off that subject. Because I'm jumping from one thing to the other, and now you guys are going to think I'm nuts. All right. Again, please don't drink and drive tomorrow. Enjoy your day. God bless you all. You know, it's okay to sit home by the TV and watch the Macy's parade or Are they having a parade? New Year's that would be on New Year's Day. Excuse me. But it's okay to watch the balloon fall from Times Square and all around the world and all that stuff. You don't have to be there in person. You know, for those of you who spend New Year's by yourself, I've spent many a New Year's by myself. The last 9 New Years, I've been by myself. Home alone. 7 of those years in a wheelchair without being able to move. But now, these last couple of years, I've been by myself too. Maybe tomorrow, I might make an exception. I might hit the city and maybe I'll go see my family and some of my old friends. Who knows? Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe I'll sit home by myself again and watch the balloon on TV. There's nothing wrong with that, guys. Just remember, you're not by yourself. If you're a Christian and you believe in Jesus Christ and you keep him in your mind and in your soul, then he's constantly with you. You know, you're not by yourself. I sit here and I talk to him and say, "Oh God, what do you think about this?" You know what I mean? Sometimes he answers, sometimes he doesn't, but it doesn't matter. I still ask the question. All right, whatever. Peace, everybody. God bless you all. I love you all. I do love you all. This one is for 2 of my friends on YouTube. They're two YouTube creators. And don't you guys get mad at me for doing this, okay? Mad Shad, you're my man. I love you, brother. All American Prepper, you're my man. I love you, brother. I love you both. I wish you both peace. Okay? Learn to forgive and forget. You know, no grudges. I know, I'm sure that neither one of you are holding grudges by now because you're both real good guys. And you probably have forgotten about this whole situation and everything. But anybody else, remember, God said that if you hold a grudge, I'll hold a grudge. You won't enter my kingdom. Okay. X and Y, see the preacher is over and out. Have a good one, everybody.